Cyclopean Justice, the Paralytic of Bethesda, Mark 2, 1-12, written by Father Elias Ifandis. The paralytic of Bethesda, Mark 2, 1-12, did not know the cause of his paralysis, but he longed for his healing, something that was shared by his 4 friends, who hurried to take him to the house where Christ was teaching. However, they found themselves in front of a large crowd, which made it impossible for them to enter, an event that forced them to climb onto the roof in order to lower the paralytic from there, and to cause the astonishment of Christ. But while everyone was waiting for him to heal the paralytic, Christ denied their expectations, since before healing the paralytic, he considered it necessary to heal its cause. To remind, that is, to all of us, that in addition to a body, we must also have a soul. And while we take care of our body, we behave towards our soul as if it did not exist, although it too can suffer, and it needs our care more. And that is why he said to the paralytic, "My son, your sins are forgiven," an event that not only did not satisfy the expectations of the people, but also scandalized the scribes and Pharisees, who thought, "How dare this man speak such blasphemies, since the forgiveness of sins is the exclusive right of God?" But Christ, who read their thoughts, said to them, "Why do you think this way? Which has priority in healing the paralytic, his body or his soul? And who told you that I have no right, not only I, but also every man, to forgive sins, in order that God may also forgive his own sins?" However, it's possible that the scribes and Pharisees thought that the forgiveness of the paralytic's sins was an envision because he could not heal the paralytic. And that is why Christ comes to confirm his right to forgive sins. "So that you may understand," he said to them, "that I have authority to forgive sins," he says to the paralytic, "Get up, take your bed, and go to your house." And he, full of health, took up his bed, and crossing the crowd that had previously not allowed him entry, left for his home, causing, as was to be expected, enthusiastic expressions of admiration. But isn't the case of the paralytic in the gospel passage an almost accurate depiction of the current reality in some countries? Does our homeland not give the image of paralysis? Or is this paralysis not the result, above all, of multiple political paralyses? But perhaps some at this point will say, "Isn't it us who elected them?" Most certainly not, because unfortunately some others from outside and above elect not our rules, but even our executioners, and with their deceptive electronic machines, which make the first last and the last first, they give them the necessary majority so that they can do whatever, however, and whatever they want, to seize from the public purse whenever and however much they want, and to do away with whoever they want. And watch the chaos that follows. Prime ministers elected from above and from outside elects the members of parliament, the government's leadership of the justice system, the president of republics, who ratify any crimes of their own and those of bosses in such ways that they could become dictators, and then they talk about democracy. And when they say that they do whatever they want, while the people suffer disgrace and remain chained without being able to find a way out. And what is worth of great wonder is why those who endlessly chatter about democracy stubbornly keep silent about heinous crimes, especially the participants in the elections. Some others, then, elected those who impose the regime of bureaucracy for the sake of German and French banks, for example, in Europe, and who betray areas of Europe, and those who are now with full of betrayals for other areas, and those who disarm islands under the pretext of helping others, and those who followed the charitable activity of some having to do with our health. So the ruling anarchy, therefore, with its flamboyance, has weakened the infrastructure of homelands, leading to crimes. Our grandfather Homer would repeat in this case, "Alas, we have fallen into the land of the Cyclopes, who respect neither the law of gods nor of men. In Ulysses, is Ulysses then asked to insert the incandescent torch of truth into the Cyclopean eye of paralysis and lead our paralyzed lands to the sun of justice, S-U-N, like the paralyzed man of Bethesda and his 4 friends? Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.